The year is more than halfway over, and in this video, we're going to see how my planner has survived the chaos. This is not a Pinterest perfect flip through because guess what? There's pages that are blank, things I haven't filled out, but that's real life. And this planner has been with me through a lot in the past few months, past 6 months, and I'm excited though to share a flip through of how I've been using it and give you some planner inspiration from decorating and productivity standpoint. So, welcome if you're new here. I'm Hillary of Creative Faith & Co. and I love encouraging women in their faith and also in their planning. I love using a planner. This thing goes with me everywhere and is how I get things done. It is fun to see it get all chunky and big as the year goes by, and it's just super fun to see a mid-year planner flip through. So I am using a planner I designed called the Year to Flourish Planner, and let me show you what the weekly layout looks like undecorated. It has these empty margins that are super perfect for doing to-do lists and notes, and then I love using the inside for events and activities. And you can get this planner on Amazon, and I will have it linked in the description box below. That is an Amazon affiliate link, which means I get a small commission if you use that link to make a purchase. And I love using an undated planner. I love using a Creative Faith planner, and it's just really fun to watch the pages fill. I do store it in a Moterm planner cover. I've had this planner cover for quite a few years now. I think I got it in 2021 or 2022 maybe. And it still looks as good as new. And it has tons of pockets, which I definitely don't utilize to their fullest potential, but I love just the flexibility of using it. And yeah, so I'll do a flip through and show you what the inside pages look like. So I do have a setup video that I will link in the description box below too, as well as several Plan With Me monthly setups. So there's a playlist of all the different videos I've done in this planner this year. And then I also have a page on my Creative Faith website that has tons of planner content in it as well too. So I will dive right in. So I used a printable from my Etsy shop that is for the Book of Ruth, but it has these beautiful pink florals. And so I use those to decorate the planner. And then any printables that I mention, I'll be sure to have linked in the description box below. And so I love just decorating the beginning and making the pages look really cute. And this is from my Gray Mugs Traveler's Notebook printable. My word of the year is peace, and it's been so fascinating to see what God's been teaching me about that word this year. I love making like a goals board for the year, and this is just so beautiful. And it's kind of fun to see, like, I have sourdough on here, and I've been learning now how to make sourdough. I have a cute picnic table on here. My husband built us this amazing picnic table. And so it's just been really cool to see just what God's done in and through these goals. Some that have come to fruition that I've worked towards, and some that are still in progress. And I have my goals page that I should probably revisit and work on kind of focusing on these more. And then oftentimes I use my yearly tracker for my period, tracking my period. And I have an app that I use as well. So normally I'll transfer that information over here. And I just haven't done that yet. And that's okay. And so it's just blank for now. And there's some more blankness in here where I just have sort of abandoned certain aspects of my planner. And it's not a great thing, but also I feel like a lot of 2025, I've just been sort of in this survival mode. and I feel like I'm slowly starting to come out of it, but I just abandoned a lot of things, and I'm just trying to have a ton of grace for myself in and through that. So here I have a quarterly, monthly, and weekly tasks page, and I use these for cleaning. But I have again just sort of abandoned cleaning my home. I just do the bare minimum to get by. And we did right before my husband's family came to visit us. I did hire a cleaner to come and do some things. So that's where I marked, some of the things that the cleaning company tackled. But in general, I just have not been very good about keeping up with cleaning. But that's all right. These are all great goals to have, but if the dining chairs don't get dusted, that just is what it is. But you could use these task lists for lots of different things. Here's the weekly one, which starting in March, I totally stopped using. But again, I put lower your expectations. That is what has happened. And someday again, I will get back on top of these tasks. But right now is just not that time, and that's all right. Another page I still need to fill out are the monthly highlights. Now, one of the things that I love about my planners is that I have some pages that have like the weekly tasks, monthly tasks, all these things on it. But then there's some dot grid pages that you can use for whatever you want. And so I have a birthdays page for birthdays in our family. And then I also have a monthly highlights page. And so I need to go back through and kind of look through like the photos and journal entries and stuff like that from the year and kind of take some notes on some different things that have happened. And then I have my outside tracker, and I need to update this because I'm filming it now in August, but I've already hit 400 hours outside this year, which is super awesome. My goal is 500 hours outside, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make that, and we'll see how much over I get. But really cool to see my hours getting more and more, and this is a printable from 1,000 Hours Outside. It's a website and book and podcast, and she shares a lot of great things on Instagram. So try to be outside as much as humanly possible. So in January, I used a printable that is no longer in my Etsy shop called Year to Shine. And so I use that to set things up. A lot of stars and purple and thinking about how God has good things ahead for the new year. So I love having a title page, and then the monthly layouts are already in the planner. And then there's dot grid pages before the weekly layouts start, and I use mine for a bill tracker. And then I like to write a prayer for the month ahead. So that's how I like to use these pages, but you can totally use them in different ways too. You could do a habit tracker, you could do one line a day, you could do a shopping list, and there's actually at the beginning of this planner a list of different ideas that you can use in the different pages. But I love writing a prayer and keeping track of all the bills I need to make sure get paid. And I have the last week of December, first week in January, and I try to often match the first week of the month, match it to whatever I did for decorating wise for the monthly layout. And this is a really pretty one with some Paper Minty Studio stickers and washi tape. And Happy Planner stickers. So I love having the margins to categorize my different to-do lists. Or I'll write quotes or Bible verses or put stickers, but really fun to be able to play around with them using the margins in different ways. And then I also have like little flags that I'll use for writing the numbers sometime, or I'll just write the numbers as, with my pen. And some more Paper Minty Studio stickers and washi. but really nice to be able to see all my to-do lists in the different categories. And then at the end of the month, I like to print photos from the month that just ended and put them on this page before the new month begins. And I have a whole video and a blog post about this process that I will link in the description box below if you want to see how I do that, how I print my photos. So I walked through step by step, and so it's fun to look back and see a little overview of what happened that month. For February, I used my Sweet Love printable with these cute conversation hearts. I love how that one turned out. And then every month for the monthly divider, I used, or the monthly title page, I used my brush lettered months printable. And this just turned out so cute. I love the month of February. And I love this printable and how all these cute pages turned out. So lots of pink and lots of fun. And here's some more Paper Minty Studio stickers. And I think these are Happy Planner sticker. I love anything floral. The florals are my absolute favorites to have in my planner. And this is heading into March where I switched to a green color scheme. Here are some February memories, pictures. February's a big month because it's my birthday and our anniversary and Valentine's Day. And this year it was also a snow day too. It snowed, and so it's fun to document all those sweet moments. And then March, I used my green mugs printable, and that turned out super, super cute as well. And have different activities and things happening for March. And a prayer for the season of March. Then again, matching the first full week of March in my planner with that same green mugs printable. And in the notes section, I'll sometimes put errands I need to run or bills I need to pay. And I just love picking like a washi tape and sticker book for each week. It is fun to see like how each week has its own feel to it. This one I did, I don't think I ended up writing on here. I'm pretty sure this was the weekend of horse show, so I had all this little horse stuff around here. So fun to see and look back on all the memories. Here was March. A lot going on. I was working at the church still, but I also started working with a golf company and horse company. And so just lots of new things. We planted a few things in our garden. So fun to see how all of those photos came together to remember the month. So then we have April, and I used my Spring Mugs and Journals printable and some Distress Oxide ink as well too. And then I also printed my Spring Bucket List printable, and I used a notepad from the Creative Faith Etsy shop too. And so I got the bucket list and the notepad paper. I just think it looks so cute. And I carried that over into the first full week with the same theme of the Distress Oxide ink. One of my favorite techniques for a mess-free background. And again, just focusing on stickers and washi tape is kind of like my recipe for a planner page. And you can see here I used my notes section to write all of the different things that I wanted to make in the kitchen that week. But I'd encourage you to think about what is your kind of planner layout favorite recipe. Where do you like to normally put stickers or washi tape? And that can make it quicker and easier to set up and decorate your pages. So again, you can see I have the to-do list divided up into different sections. This one turned out so pretty using my prayer journaling printable. And I do that because the first Thursday of every May is National Day of Prayer. So that I thought that was appropriate for that season, that week in particular. And then we have April memories over here. Different pictures from the month of April. And heading into May, more flowers and more washi tape. And this just turned out so pretty. I'm such a sucker for florals, and these pages just turned out so beautiful. And carried it over into the first week of May. And here again, you see I have my bills to pay in the notes section. So that way, like, it really helps my brain to have things in different categories. So like things to do for creative faith, things to do personally, things to do around the house, things to cook in the kitchen, chores to do, bills to pay. So I try to kind of categorize my to-do lists to keep them separate in my mind and help me not forget anything. Some more happy planner stickers. I love how the vertical happy planner, classic happy planner stickers fit like perfectly in the margins. I think that looks so pretty. This is a really old sticker book, but looks very pretty too. And here are some May memories. We went to a peony festival, had the National Day of Prayer event, which was so much fun. Went to the beach and had Mother's Day celebrating my mom, and just a ton of beautiful memories from May. Right, jumping into June, I have, surprise, surprise, more florals. So a lot of flowers and happy planner stickers. And I make these little flaps to cover my financial information. I don't think that needs to be out on the internet for everyone to see, but you could also make these in your planner if you want to keep something hidden. I just try to match a piece of scrapbook paper to the color scheme of what I am doing with the month. And same with like the washi tape and stuff. So that's kind of how I make those, and just put some washi tape on the top and it becomes this little flap. And then another prayer for the month ahead. And more pretty flowers. So this was the week that our HVAC was installed, and so I had a bunch of prep to do. And because we paid my husband's sweet friend in food, so I was making brownies and getting the coffee and just getting everything ready for that. Here's all this different house stuff to do. Again, love categorizing things. Ooh, this one turned out really pretty. I kind of forgot about this. Had all this pink going on. And then this was, I think, like the first official week of summer in June. So I used this summer sticker book from the Happy Planner. But you'll see, like, I don't fill everything out. And that's okay. And then, oh, we had Vacation Bible School week this week, and this was like a camping theme, so I did camping theme stickers for that. And then have June memories here. And then July, I just picked these cute little ice creams from a sticker book and wrote a Bible verse to go along with it. Taste and see that the Lord is good. And July was a very big month. A lot going on. But the spreads just turned out so cute. We have June and July. We went to a bookstore in Portland when my husband's family was visiting, so that's why I did the bookish theme. That, and then more florals. And these pretty girls. This is from Spoonful of Faith. I love her sticker books with the happy planner. And then we come to the end of July. I still need to fill this section out and print more pictures from July. So then in the back here, I have some additional pages for my planner. The back of the Creative Faith planners has dot grid pages, and so you can, again, customize and make these how you want. And so I have added some different printables that are either free on the Creative Faith Freebie Hub or available in my Etsy shop. So first up, I have books I've read this year as well as books to read and get. This is a free printable available in the Creative Faith Freebie Hub. So I will have the Creative Faith Freebie Hub linked in the description box below so you can check it out if you aren't already. And then I print things at about, I think it's like, I can't remember what percentage. Might be like 62%, but don't quote me on that, to get them to fit in an A5 size planner. Then I have a wish list, so a personal wish list and a wish list for the house. And I keep going in here, and I decorated it with the same pretty pink florals from the beginning of the page, or the planner. I have an online order tracker, which I have not been very good about keeping updated, but thankfully I think everything has been coming in. And then I haven't really made my list of fun things to do and explore for the year yet. Also have not documented my favorite songs, and definitely need to update this movies to watch list as well too. But these are, I have like, I think, 2 different printable collections that have a bunch of different pages, like the wish list and favorite songs and things like that. And then here I have things to do at home and things to do outside. So these are kind of like project trackers. So I've been doing a lot on our house this year. And so I have those pages. And then when did I last? That's a good one to keep track of, like change out my air filter in our HVAC system, oil change. Probably should change out our toothbrushes again, things like that. So keeping that documented. And then this is one that I just made for myself because I didn't really think that anyone else would need this, but it's a water filter replacement checklist. So I have the location, I have the brand, how long the filter lasts, and when did I last change it. So got that going for me. And then this page I made because my husband's brother and sister-in-law and their 2 girls came to visit us. And so I documented and was brainstorming for the first kind of chunk of the year, things to do when they came here, as well as things that we needed to get. And so now they've come and gone, sadly, but that is what that is. And I still do have a few extra pages too for additional notes and documents and things like that. So that is my mid-year planner flip through. And I wanted to mention too, I pretty much only use my Creative Faith pens in here. There are 2 available in the Creative Faith Etsy shop. One of them is black and says Creative Faith & Co. on it, and then one is pink and says I love God's Word on it. And they write so nicely, and I really love using them in my planner. So let me know in the comments below which theme was your favorite, which monthly theme was your favorite. I think mine, I think I'm going to go probably with February. I just love all the hearts, and God's love is sweet. I just think that turned out so cute. I think that's my favorite one. But comment below which one was your favorite monthly theme. And then also I'm kind of getting ready to think about planners for 2026. So if you have any planner layouts that you'd like me to create or design, definitely comment below or send me an email. I love getting your ideas and feedback. So be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any Creative Faith videos. I wanted to invite you also, if you've ever purchased a Creative Faith planner on Amazon or a journal or a devotion book, please go leave a review on Amazon. That is super helpful for you to take a picture of your planner or write a few sentences about what you like about it. And I would just so appreciate you taking a few moments to do that too. It really helps get Creative Faith planners and journals and devotion books into the eyes and hands of more people. So there's that, and I will see you in the next Creative Faith video. Bye, friend.